So this is part 2 of our notes for section 4.1. 4.1. We talked about the verb ir already and each of the forms of ir, which are repite todos. Vamos mais van. Okay, we have our forms of the verb ir here. We talked about the first formula ir when you're going to a place. And Kimber, how do you express when you want to go to a place? Ir plus plus definite article plus a place, right? Plus a lugar, when you're expressing when you want to go to a place. The second formula that you're going to need for this one, the second formula that you're going to need is ir plus a plus an infinitivo. Ir plus a plus an infinitivo. Okay, what is an infinitivo?
A verb.
It's a verb, and it's the original, like, root form of the verb. And it always means, infinitives always mean what? To do something. To do something. Okay? And which form are we going to conjugate? Which form are we going to conjugate? Or what are we going to conjugate? Ir. We're going to conjugate ir. And technically, what will go before ir, even?
No, personal.
A personal pronoun. Good man. Why? What do personal pronouns do? They help tell us who is doing the action, right? They help tell us who is doing the action. Okay, awesome. So, esta noche, yo voy a bailar. Yo voy a bailar. Yo voy a bailar esta noche. Not ahora. Esta noche, tonight. Yo voy a bailar. I am going to dance. Okay? Esta noche ustedes van a estudiar en Quizlet. Are you studying right now in Quizlet? No, pero esta noche van a estudiar. You are going to study. Okay? So we use this formula here when we're expressing actions that you're going to do in the near future. Okay? When you tell me something you are going to do in the near future. So let's write that. This is to express something you are, and here's the really key word. So bold this, underline it, write it in caps. Going to do in the near future. In the near future. Okay? So, Antonio, give me a verb from this chapter. What do we have? Any verb, any action verb or pastime or something that you're going to do tonight. Esquiar. Okay, so, everyone, I'd like you to write, our first example is going to be you. Actually, let's do Antonio. Antonio is going to ski. Where are you going to ski?
I don't ski.
In the, where do we usually ski? In the mountains. Okay? So, I could say Antonio, or what personal pronoun could I substitute for Antonio? L. Jacob, I could say, if I have the L form, what is my correct form of ir going to be?
Va.
Va. Perfecto. El va. Okay. Now we have our ir taken care of. What comes next? El va a. He is going to. What is he going to do, Jalen?
Ski.
To ski. And how do you say to ski? Not the sport. El ski. Remember, el ski means the sport of skiing. How do you say to ski?
Esquiar. Esquiar.
Esquiar. Él va a esquiar. He is going to ski. Where? In las montañas. ¿Así? In ye. This says montanas. How do you make it montañas? There we go. Yeah? Any preguntas? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you formal. Going to skateboard. Now, how do you make it are you instead of you formal are? Think about how we make this a question. Are you going to skate art? Are you going to skateboard? Okay, so normally when you make an answer, where does the personal pronoun go? At the very beginning of your sentence. When you're asking a question, where does it go? At the end. Okay? For you formal, what is our correct form of ir that we're going to have? Huh? Va. For you formal, it's going to be va. How do you say, are you going to skateboard? Va a andar in patineta. And what's going to go at the very end? Usted. Va a andar en patineta usted. Okay, now, if I see usted inside of the question, how do I have to answer? That's for ustedes. That's fantastic for ustedes, but this is singular. You formal, Miss Ruddock, right here. Yo, I'm going to answer in the yo form. Now, I'd like you to respond for me, and I want you to tell me, no, I am not going to skateboard. No, I am not going to skateboard. Try to write that down. No, I am not going to skateboard. No, I am not going to skateboard. Let's see here. Who haven't I called on yet today? Miss Lexi, how do you want me to start my sentence?
No.
No. Okay, I like it. No. Good. We've answered the question. No.
Yo, no.
Yo. No. Good job. Way to remember that second no. Yo, no.
Voy a andar.
No. And you said it right. I just wrote it wrong. Voy a andar en patineta. And tonight would be esta noche, if you want. Oops. Okay. Okay, one very, 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 very important thing. When you're doing these questions, you absolutely not, you can never, nunca, 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 split up this construction. This all has to go in a row. You can't put any words in the middle of this. So if we look at our examples, él va a esquiar en las montañas. Underline the part that you absolutely cannot split up. Under no circumstance, what could you not split up? Va a esquiar. That part can never be split up. Okay? Va a andar en patineta usted. Jacob, what part can I not split up here?
Voy a.
Perfect. Va a andar. Okay? Taylor, in my answer, what is the part that I cannot split up?
Voy a andar.
Perfecto. Voy a andar. Voy a andar. It's really tricky, especially in the negative ones. People always want to put a no in the middle of this stuff. And just remember, you have 3 words in a row. It's going to be a form of ir, an a, and an infinitive, and you cannot separate those. Are there any questions? Are there any questions? Okay. Today, you have taken notes on this before, but this is the first time we really introduced it in class and practiced it. True? Okay? My goal for you today is that you understand what you're doing, and you could do it with your notes. Okay, with your notes. So right now, from a scale of 1 to 5, my goal for you is to be at a 3. I understand how to do this, but I need my notes to do it. A 4 says, I understand how to do it. I can do it without my notes, but I might miss some of the tricky ones. 5, I am ready to take a quiz on this. I could do any of these sentences, no problem. 1, lady, I don't have a clue in the world what you're rambling about. 2, vaguely recognize some of what you're rambling about, but I don't know what I'm doing. Where are you at? 0 to 5? Or 1 to 5? Nice. Our goal is to be at a 3 because we have a quiz on Friday. Quiz on Friday. Okay, one thing I do want to explain, and I'm going to include this in the video. Tonight your deberes are CP40. Okay, CP40. The way your deberes are going to work, okay, if we're on CP40, and we take a look right here, okay, on CP40 there are 3 columns. You might want to like take out your workbook and you could like make yourself a little note here. Okay, this is the trickiest part right here. You have to write a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sentences. And each sentence is going to start with a different subject, okay? And the way you essentially have to do this, okay, it says, Victor is planning a weekend out with his friends. Combine elements from each column to describe what everyone is going to do. Not what they're doing right now, what they are going to do. So at the very top of your instructions, I want you to write out the formula. Ir plus a plus infinitivo. Because all of your answers are going to be ir plus a plus an infinitivo. Okay? Then, okay, all of them need to be ir plus a plus an infinitivo. Okay? In the first column, it gives you a whole bunch of subjects. Okay? So what's the first subject on there? Ustedes. Okay, so ustedes. The first column, go ahead and draw a line. That first column, these are the subjects. These are the subjects. These are who are doing the action or going to do the action. Okay? What is not listed here that you actually need? And what else? The ear part. Okay? Ustedes, okay, you need to conjugate a form of the verb ir plus what? Plus, then they give you infinitivos. They give you different actions that you're going to do. So then that's going to be your infinitivo. And what's the last thing that they give you?
A time.
A time or when you're doing it, okay? The last thing that they give you is cuando, when you're doing each of these actions. Okay? Do you want to do one together then?
Yeah.
Okay, so ustedes, what would the correct form of ir be? Van. Van a. Okay, what are ustedes going to do? You can do them in any order you want. Ver películas. Ver las películas. And what are películas? Yep, we're going to see movies. Now, what would I want you to put instead of ver películas? Mirar. If you put ver, I wouldn't count it wrong because the book does have it. But mirar las películas. And when are we going to do that? El domingo. El domingo. Now, el means the. We talked about that earlier. But when you want to say you do something on Sunday, you have to use the definite article. El domingo. El domingo means on Sunday. Bien? Any preguntas? Yes, no, maybe so? No?
No.
Okay, muy bien. Adiós.